Before we start with the new part, we will recall whatever we have done. So those who know the answer will be raising the hands when I ask. Who can tell me about the property of material? First one, appearance. Be little fast. You have to raise your hands, those who know the answer. Appearance, who can tell? Yes, Aviral, good. First hand to be raised. Yes.
Appearance is the property of the material which tells how the material looks like.
Good. In that, what all is there in appearance? In appearance, yes.
Luster
Yes.
and non-luster material.
Good. Good. Okay, now students, I have told you that how you respond in the class that I am recording every day. Okay, so I want active participation. Only few are there, the hands I can. So you have to well revise your previous day's portion and come. Well revise your previous. Now appearance, the simple which we have revised also so many times. I could see only 5-6 hands here. So please be well prepared. Don't just sit and waste your time. You have to be well revised with the portion which is completed. Okay, who can tell me about the second property? Yes, Yatharth.
Ma'am, hardness. Ma'am, hardness.
Hardness and
Ma'am, it's softness. Ma'am, we
yes.
have read it. Ma'am, the hardest substance is the diamond, and ma'am, among the diamond, the black diamond is the hardest. And ma'am, after the diamond, black diamond, glass is the hardest material. Ma'am, we have read, and talcum is the softest material. Ma'am.
Okay, good. Good. Next. Next, who can tell? Mohit. Mohit.
Ma'am, the soluble and insoluble impurities. Ma'am, the objects which can dissolve in water are called soluble, and the objects which cannot dissolve in water are called insoluble impurities.
Very good. Next, who can tell? Yes, Hiren. Hiren. Can you tell me about the miscible and immiscible liquid? Who can tell about miscible and immiscible liquid? Yes, Bharat.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about miscible and immiscible.
Ma'am, immiscible are the substance which do not dissolve in the water, and the miscible are the liquid. Miscible are the
Yes.
liquid which do not dissolve in water. Which dissolve in water.
Yes. So miscible are which can dissolve, liquid which can dissolve in water, and liquid which cannot dissolve is immiscible. Jarul, can you give me example?
Ma'am, in immiscible alcohol and oil, coconut oil or any other oil.
Alcohol and oil we are taking, or we are taking with water?
Ma'am, water and oil also can be there.
You have to be confident and answer, no? Yes, Shubhi. Tell me a miscible liquid, Shubhi. Shubhi, sleeping?
No, ma'am.
Yes, then tell example of miscible, two liquids which can mix with each other.
Ma'am, oil. Ma'am, coconut oil and refined oil.
Okay, two oils if we mix, they will mix with each other. Yes, and with water, can you tell one example?
Ma'am, miscible and not non-miscible.
Not prepared properly. Yes, Suhan, tell me one example.
Ma'am, of immiscible liquid.
Kerosene oil with water.
Invisible. Okay, I think no network is clear at your area. So just okay, children. So I hope that all these properties which we have discussed are very well clear, but I can see some have only revised properly. Rest are only some, they are just listening and going. Only if you read properly from your book and you learn, you will be remembering. Otherwise, it will not be easy for you to remember. So please make sure you are revising that day's portion and coming here for your next class whenever you are coming. Okay, so children, today we will discuss the last property of material, that is transparency. You have heard this term even in your 5th class, transparent material, opaque material and translucent materials. So today we will be discussing about, now you can lower your hands. All the students can lower their hands. Okay, now can you see the screen, children? Lavanya, you can see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dia, can you see the screen, Dia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I hope the screen is visible to all. Okay, so even we had discussed about
visible. Your voice is not clear. Ma'am, screen is not visible.
when you check the network at your area, you have to wait.
Ma'am, there is a network problem.
Make sure you have network, only then it will be visible. Or it may take few seconds to come. So till then have patience. Don't just start, ma'am, not visible, not visible. Okay, when you have to speak, please raise your hands. Okay. So floating and sinking also we had discussed that some objects which are light in weight, they will float in water, and some objects which are heavier will sink down in water. Okay, I hope this property was also very well clear. So today we are going to discuss the next property of material, that is transparency. What are transparent materials? We can say those materials through which light can easily enter or through which the things can be seen easily. For example, you can see here a glass, okay, or air, water. Through air also easily things are visible. So such objects through which you can see clearly, any object through which you can see clearly, they are called as what? Transparent materials. Okay. Now, when you look a clear window, the glass windows can be of different types. Some are ground glass, some are frosted glass. So it depends. Frosted glass means
Your voice is not coming.
check your network.
आवाज कम कर लो.
Yes. So transparent materials are those materials through which light can easily enter and we can see easily one side. From one side, we can easily see the things through which the things is easily visible. For example, in the picture, you can see in the glass, what is there? Water is there. So that is easily visible from this glass. So we can say that glass is a transparent material. Okay. Next we come to the second type, that is, here also you can see, okay, the spectacles. Now through the spectacles of those who wear spectacles, or you have seen spectacles, you know the glasses, through the glass we can see clearly. So such type of objects which allow you to see clearly through them, they are called as what? They are called as transparent objects or transparent material. Okay, next we come to the second type, that is translucent. Now translucent means through which we can see the objects, but it is not very clear. Okay, through which we can see, but it will not be very clear. For example, in some of the windows, we can see where we have the ground glass or rough finishing, no, the glass, like most of in our washrooms and all, we put such windows through which it is not visible. So that is called as frosted glass or frosted window, through which we can see, but it will not be clear as transparent. Transparent में से हमें एकदम clear दिखेगा, whereas in translucent we can see only little. We can see, but it will not be clear. So we have here few examples. We have tissue paper. Wax paper is also a type of thick paper, like butter paper you have seen, no? So it is like that of paper wax. Or frosted window, in which the glass is not very clear, in which fragments are there. Different type of glasses are there, in which one of them is the frosted window. Next we come to the third type, that is, now here you can see in the picture, yes, even in the churches and all, you have seen such images. These are frosted windows, no, colored glasses you can see here. So through these we can see, but it will not be very clear. So these are few examples of translucent objects, that is, which will only allow some light to enter through it. So when it is some light, only we can see slightly. It will not be clear. Okay. Next we come to the third type, that is opaque object. Opaque is through which no light at all can pass through them. So opaque objects, they do not let any light pass through them. Some examples you can see: the wooden door, the shoes, right, the teddy bear. So through this you cannot see from one side to other side through this. When the door is closed, I cannot see what is on the other side if the door is made of a wood, right? So these are some common examples of opaque objects. So the material through which you cannot see, or the material through which light cannot pass, is called as opaque material. And there is one more term, this property of a material through which you cannot see. Okay, this property through which we cannot see the objects is called as opacity. You have to pay attention to all the three terms. First we discussed about what? Transparent. Transparent is the material through which you can see very clearly. Second is translucent. Translucent is through which you can see only little. That means you can see only partially, we can say. So that is called as translucent material. And the third is which you cannot see at all, through which light cannot pass, that is opaque material. Now with these material, they are also given the name of the property. For example, you have for transparent and opaque, we have the name transparent. The property of a material through which you can see clearly will be called as transparency. Object को हम क्या बोलेंगे? Transparent material. And that property is called as what? Transparency. Same way in opaque, object will be called as opaque object. For example, the wood, it will be called as opaque object. And that property of the material through which you cannot see is called as opacity. Clear? So these are the few examples, and this is the last property of material which we are discussing, that is transparent, translucent and opaque objects. Okay. Now for example, you have taken a small piece of paper. If you put one drop of oil on it, okay, and when you look through it, you will not be able to clearly see through it. So it is a which type of material? It will come under Translucent. Yes, it is a translucent material. Few more examples we will see. Transparent materials, we have some solids. In each we will be discussing transparent materials through which light can easily pass, through which we can see or see clearly, transparent. Now some solid examples, example of solid, we have glass or diamonds or some kinds of plastics also through which we can see clearly. So such types of material are called as transparent. In some liquid, even through water, we can see clearly. Oil, through that also we can observe the things clearly. And in gases, we have oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen. All these gases are transparent materials. So students, the examples and definitions of all these are given on in your books on page number 46. So that is your today's work. You will learn the definition and example of all these three terms which I have told you today. That is transparent, opaque, translucent. With three examples of each you have to learn. Clear? Next we will see few examples of translucent. In translucent, we have tissue paper, wax paper, I told you, oiled paper, we can say. Okay, or frosted window. Frosted means we can say designer glasses are there, no? Like I had shown you in this picture. Here you can see the third picture. These designer glasses in which it is not visible very clearly. So that is called as frosted glass. And ground glass, we can say it as जो आपका मोटा कांच होता है ना, that is called as, which is very thick. So that is called as ground glass. Okay. These terms are very, very clear. And you know, okay, few more examples. What we can take: paper, we have stones or wood, and various types of metals like iron, bricks. All these are opaque objects through which light cannot enter and we cannot see through them. Such objects, they are called as opaque objects. So based on all these properties, now we have discussed various properties, right? From all the discussions, we have learned about appearance, we have learned about luster, you have learned about soluble and insoluble, you have learned about floating and sinking, and we have learned last today about the transparency, translucent, and the opaque objects. Now, children, based on all these properties, we can group the materials into different groups. Okay, so this is the last topic of this chapter, that how are materials grouped. Now, we know the various properties we have studied now. Okay, so based on that, we can make the groups of each object. So the first definition, material. What is material? In the introduction also we had learned this, the matter of which an object is made. And for example, we have glass, we have steel, we have wood. All these are the materials. Wood is used to make furniture, it is used to make door. So that is a type of material through which the various objects are made. Now based on this, the objects can be grouped or classified into different groups.
Your voice is not.
Check your network. The process of sorting, we can say sorting. Sorting means what? I told you earlier, chartna. Hai na? So the process of sorting and grouping things according to their sum of the properties is called as classification. Like we can classify them on the basis of their shape, on the basis of their uses, on the basis of their properties. So based on various things, we can sort them into different groups. Now, when you go to supermarket, right, or in the shops, or even at your homes, you group the things and keep, no? Like in your study room, you keep the books at one place, you keep your stationery at one place, right? In the kitchen, we keep all the utensils at one place. We don't just put here and there, no? We arrange it properly or group them properly, right? So based on this, that is their properties, we group them so that it is easy for us to find out the material. So sorting helps us to find out, makes our work easy and find the materials easily. So this you can see even in your homes, in your cupboard, you keep all your clothes together, you arrange clothes at one place. Even in clothes also you make separately, you arrange your dresses, no, your school uniform at one place, your what you are wearing at home you keep at one shelf, your casual wears you keep it at one place. So we are grouping the things. In the kitchen, we arrange spoons at one place, we keep knives at one place, right? In the fridge, we keep vegetables at one place. So based on their use or based on their properties, we classify them or group them so that the work becomes easier. So this grouping of things allows us to make our work easy to locate. And in markets, you must have seen, now see here, all must have been gone to a market. Yes, a supermarket, you can see things are arranged like this properly. Biscuits are kept at one place, eatables are at one place, clothes are at one place, utensils are, they have a different section, the pickles, they have been arranged. So this proper arrangement, or when the similar things they are placed together, it makes our work easy. It makes us easier to locate, even to store and to sell the things. Yes. So this was about the grouping of the materials. Now you can see here in the picture, the detergents, they are arranged properly at one place. If you mix here and there, it will be very difficult for us to locate. So this sorting of materials and grouping them into different groups makes the work easier and simple. Okay, so this grouping we can see even at our homes. As I told you, in your kitchens, in your study room, you arrange books at one place, right? You keep bed sheets at one place, you keep all your clothes at one place. So based on their character or based on their uses, based on their property, they are grouped into different groups and arranged properly. So students, I hope this was very well clear to you about sorting materials into groups. So here we finished with the chapter. So your today's work is read your chapter thoroughly. That means very carefully you will read your full chapter. You will be learning all the keywords. Tomorrow I will be taking a oral revision of this chapter and marking will be there. So come well prepared. Marking will be there. To each student, a question will be asked. Okay? Based on the chapter we have completed, and also we will be solving the exercises. Now exercises and question answers also we will be discussing in the class, and I will also send you a PDF of the exercises and the question answers which are to be done in the copy, so that it is very
today?
well. Not today, tomorrow. Okay, once we discuss, after discussing with me, I will send you. So now it's your chance now. Let's come back. Okay, children. So those who have any doubt till here can raise their hands. Students who are having any doubt. Yes, Bharat.
No.
Ma'am,
No,
the
ma'am.
ship is also, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, say.
The ship is heavy, but why it can't sink?
Ship is heavy and it has special shape, no? They are made in such a way that they can resist the flow of water. And it is heavy in comparison to that huge sea. Ship is floating in a large your lake.
Should have a large surface area.
In between, I can see some will unmute, so it creates a disturbance for all. Okay, so ship is made in such a way, a special has been given and material so that it can resist the weight of the water. So it can resist. It is made in such a way. Yes, Lavanya.
Ma'am, what is mist?
Vapor. The vapors in the UV light.
Ma'am, your voice is not coming clearly.
Anyone else? Mist means the vapor in the air. Vapor in the air is called as mist.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, anyone else? When we okay, so hope it is clear. So now I will be asking. Yes, Charvi, tell me what are opaque objects? Charvi. Your voice is not coming, Charvi. Okay, Kunal, tell. Yes, Kunal.
Yes, ma'am. The answer is the opaque objects are the objects through which we cannot see, and the light
Yes.
is not able to pass through it.
Good. Can you tell me one example when Vanishri, tell me one example, Vanishri.
Ma'am, bricks, doors, and teddy.
Yes, we can say wood, teddy, all these through which light cannot enter is called as opaque. Next, Neil. Neil, tell me what are transparent objects. Neil. Neil Luhadia.
Ma'am, like polythene.
No, first you tell me what is it. I'm not asking example. What is a translucent material? How you can define? Through which? See now. Now when I ask the doubts, I cannot see your hands. And when I ask also, I'm not getting the answer. So tomorrow, one day I'm giving. Tomorrow all have to be well prepared. Yes, Kevin, tell me what are translucent substance? Kevin. Kevin has slept. Kevin Matthew. Not there. Khushi. Khushi Meena. Children, sit like this silently. That means I will mark here 0. Those who don't respond, the marking, yes, marking given will be 0. Okay. So you have to be active in the class. I can see now how many are